Hey guys, it's Bryony. So today's video is going to be a review on the Soch period products. You may have seen a video a while back where I was unboxing these products and showing you what they've been sent, and now I've used them for a couple of months. I've decided it's finally time to get on to doing the review. So this is an India-based company, and they contacted me and asked if I'd be willing to try out some of their products, and I said yes. They actually sell a few different types of products. I have the cloth pads and the period underwear to try here, but they also stock interlabia pads. And interlabia pads are basically these little leaf-shaped bits of fabric that you put between the lips of your labia, and they can help if you have very gushy periods. They stop you standing up and feeling like the blood's gushing out of you. It kind of wicks it from your labia to the pad. So that's what they do. But as I don't have a heavy period, I decided I wouldn't try them out because I couldn't really give a good opinion on them. But I did try out the cloth pads and the underwear, and so here's my opinion. So I'll start with the pads. I got the petite, which is the narrow width. The petite range has a blue top, and the regular width range has a pink top, just so you know. You can't choose any other colours as far as I'm aware. So I chose petite because I'm quite small, and even the petite range, to be honest, on the wider setting is still like 3 inches, and on the narrow setting is more like 2.75 inches. So it's kind of like an average gusset width for cloth pads. So unless you're somebody who has a bigger gusset, maybe you're a bigger girl or something, then I would definitely go for the petite. And it's the same for like the medium size as well as the smaller size. The smaller size I think is around 9 inches, and this is around 11 inches roughly. Don't quote me on that though. So the pad themselves, they're constructed of like a cotton jersey top. Inside it has a microfiber terry layer. It also has a cotton rayon wool layer and a full covering of PUL, and then a cotton backing. So there's no fleece in this one. I didn't find they slipped around at all, but the one thing I did notice with these pads is they did feel quite warm because the PUL goes through the entire pad. For me personally, I prefer PUL just to be in the core and then to have a moisture resistant backing on the back, like fleece or something, just because I find that's my personal preference. But if you're somebody that really wants your cloth pads to be absolutely bulletproof so you can't leak through them, then PUL throughout the whole pad is a good option for that. So that might be something you want to consider. The pads aren't thin. If I fold it over, you can see it's quite a thick pad, and if I put it there, you know, and even the small size, it's a little thinner, but it's still quite thick. So if you're someone that likes super thin pads, this might not be for you. Having said that though, these are really soft and squishy. It's like a pillow, really comfy. So I doubt that you would notice any discomfort with that at all. It's really soft, and I didn't have any problems other than like the feeling kind of hot and sweaty with them. Definitely you're not going to want to use these with some other kind of period underwear or anything. I did try putting them in the period underwear, but because they've got a waterproofing in them as well, it was just too hot. So you're going to need to use like breathable cotton underwear if you're wearing these. And they do have metal snaps, by the way, 2 options, size options. So those are the cloth pads. Then I also have the underwear to review. So I said to them, please send me, you know, 2 sizes, there's extra small and the small, just because you're never quite sure when you order. The size that worked best for me was the extra small. It's always good to have it really snug with period underwear because you want it held right against your body so it feels the most comfortable, so you don't feel the blood like dripping off of your body onto the underwear. That's the worst feeling in the world. So I got extra small, was the best for me, and I am size 8, UK size 8, and but I'm kind of like, I've got small bums, I'm usually like 6 to 8 in UK underwear. Not entirely sure what that is in America. I think it's 2 sizes down for American, but you can work it out if you go online, you'll find out. So that's just an indication for you. So I think small would work for someone who's more like an 8 to 10 UK size. So, but anyway, I use the extra small. And when I got these, I wasn't too sure about them. I saw them and I thought, oh, they look quite like granny panty-ish and bulky. And also the difference with these ones is the inside, they have 2 loops, and you get given a couple of inserts, 2 each. And you basically just put them through the loops like this on one end, and like this on the other. So very like the Luna pads, if you've ever come across those before. Like this. It's sort of like an all-in-2 system. And then you just put them on and you wear it like that. Now, I have to say, when I saw this, I was really unsure about it because I thought, oh, I'm not too sure, like an all-in-two system, it doesn't look very modern, and there are several like period underwear brands out there now that have like really clever, like sexy looking underwear and whatever, you know, that have it all sewn in and you can't really tell and it's not thick at all, and these are quite bulky. But if I'm completely honest, out of all the reusable menstrual products I've ever tried, this is the one that shocked me the most with how much I loved it. Honestly, it is so comfortable because it's all this squishy material, and these are also, you know, the cotton jersey top, which I've never really liked cotton jersey on cloth pads before, but worked really well with these. It was absolutely fine. And then inside they have a layer of microfiber terry, so they don't take too long to dry either, because microfiber dries really quickly. They're super absorbent too. And I'd say if you had a heavy period, you would need to change it a bit more often. But I really liked them. I was so shocked about it. So the thing I did like about these, I always thought with these kind of like two-part systems, it's gonna bunch up, you're gonna leak on this bit, and then like this, you're gonna have to change the whole pad anyway, so what's the point in having this bit that you can take out? But it worked really well for me because I'm one of those people that likes to, you know, will go to the bathroom to change their underwear because I feel like my pad's full, and then like 30 minutes later I'll need to pee. And I'll go and I'll pee, but by that point there's already a little bit of blood here, and it's not enough for me to really need to justify changing my pad, but I also don't want to pull a wet, bloody pad back up onto my vagina. So with this, the thing that I've discovered is if I haven't bled very much on here, I can usually flip it round and the blood won't have come through this side yet, so I don't need to change the pad, I just flip it round, this little insert round, put it back into the loops, and I'm good to go again, and I feel completely dry, but I haven't had to waste, you know, this whole lining, which is great. Particularly when I'm on my period, I have to go to the toilet a lot because like my stomach gets upset and I get really gassy and I get constipation, diarrhea, all that fun stuff that you get with your periods. And particularly as my periods are quite painful as well, these are just so comfy. The elastic on them is quite wide, so it's not like you've got this tight little band of elastic, it's really stretchy. And actually, I have to say, when they're on, they don't look, because they're quite black, because they're black, they don't look really granny panty-ish at all. You don't look like you've got this big nappy between your legs. They actually look all right, and I mean, I'm not too worried about how my underwear's looking on when I'm on my period, to be honest, especially on like the first few days. But they don't look horrendous, I've got to be honest. Like, I thought they might look really baggy. They do not at all. They actually look quite, I'd say they look kind of sexy. I certainly think you could seduce a guy in these, to be honest. Whether you'd want to, personally, that's up to you. But yeah, like, I really did like them. And I quite often, because I've got 4 of them, I can actually use like all 4 just with this one pair of underwear. So it worked out really well. And even then, even when you've like finished with those 2, so you can go out and you've just got these little liners with you, which take up next to no room in a wet bag. So it's really compact, really neat for that. And you can use them up, and then once they're used up, this has actually got absorbency sewn into it as well. And it goes right to the front and right to the back, full from literally front to back absorbency. There's no like lack of it. It's got a full layer of microfiber in here as well, so even if you bleed through this, you've got another layer there to catch you. And I've discovered I sometimes have gone straight through this and I've still been able to change this out because that wet patch here is going to be covered by this one, so I can continue using it and it's absolutely fine, and you don't feel like uncomfortable at all. I've never leaked with these either. They have got a full layer of waterproofing in the back, and they didn't feel hot on their own when I used this. It was just when I used the cloth pads with them. So yeah, I was really impressed with them. I love them and I use them every period now. So I highly recommend trying these out. As I said before, the brand is Soch. There you go, there's Soch, and this is the extra small size. So check them out. I will put a link down below to their website, and if you're interested in either the period underwear or the pads, then feel free to go check them out. But like I said, I really did like the period underwear, and I recommend trying them if you're somebody that just wants to be really comfy on your period and you think that maybe that system might work for you. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, guys. Please subscribe. Don't forget you can get cloth pads and menstrual cups from my website, Precious Stars, down below, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.